good evening, and welcome back. I would describe myself as an MRA in the same way as Mike or Dr. Kind began, as a men's rights advocate, just as I am a women's rights advocate and a human rights advocate. And seeing the pendulum swing so far to the left in more ways than one, I think it's about time we talked about equality from a different angle. But before we get started, if you do like the content that I have, then please do like the video. It shows the YouTube algorithm that it's something worth watching. Subscribe to the channel, because those juicy subscribers are something I cling to. Share this around if you think your friends and family would like it, or put it on Telegram. That seems to be the main social media now. I will make one of those soon. And do let me know what else you want to see, considering this one is going to go down an MLA route more so, and it's something I am very passionate about. And if you're interested, then do say, hey, we want more MLA MGTOW videos, and I will make them because I love it. So, Dominic Raab defends calling feminists obnoxious bigots. The potential future PM says he does not want double standards in equality debate. Good man! Well done. Speaking truth to power. Isn't that what you guys like? It's about time. I mean, Mike's had a good argument. I say Mike as Dr. McCann. Okay, Dr. McCann has had a good argument about patriarchal versus matriarchal societies, and how it's always matriarchal and gynocentric because we protect the women's or the women at the expense of the men. War is a great example of that. It's lock up your women's and daughters, send out the men to die. And of course Islam is an example of this because it's so old and hasn't been updated. Women aren't allowed to leave the house, right? Well, men aren't allowed in the house, especially when there's a war on. Oh, that's just like the West. Wow. And what do they say when they're writing? It isn't kill the women and the children. No, it's to make a widow of their wives and an orphan of their children. But who then are they speaking about killing? Oh, it's the men again. Right. And if men are earning most of the money, because the gender pay gap seems to show that with whatever fucking false percentage you wish to show, but women are spending most of the money, how are they getting that? Or they've been given it, so they're not even working. I would love that deal. It's like, hey, hey Jesse, you don't have to work at all, but we will give you some money. So hang on, am I going to have to pay this back if I earn money later? No, it's fine. And if you don't like this deal, you can leave and take half of our money with you. Yeah. Well, hang on, what? This seems a bit unfair. No, I like this one. Okay. Anyway, okay. Dominic has defended his claims that feminists are some of the most obnoxious bigots. Cool, agreed. And that men are getting a raw deal, agreed. Saying he does not want double standards in the debate on equality, considering 4 out of 5 suicides of men. Yeah, I'd agree with that. And Dominic Raab is a son of an immigrant himself. Former Brexit Secretary, leading candidate to the next Prime Minister, was challenged on BBC One's The Andrew Marr Show about his comments from 2011 when he said, "From the cradle to the grave, men are getting a raw deal, feminists are amongst the most obnoxious bigots." Yes, men have an older retirement age and yet lower life expectancy. Funny that. And good. Triple down on it. It's from 2011, it's from 8 years ago. It's an old comment, but stick to it. I love it. It just shows how long this issue has been going on then, doesn't it? Stood by the position by saying it was really important that in the debate on equality we have a consistency and not double standards and hypocrisy. Good man. He added, "I think that's really important. Something as important as equality. And just on the practical side of it, I've been supporting Maria Miller, the Equality Select Committee chair, this week, saying we should have more protections for new mums, and also saying paternity leave for dads should be a day one right." Well, at the moment in the UK, it is equal for both parents. Or at least, as in, if the mum wants to take time off, then it's limited for the dad, and if the dad wants to take time off, it's limited for the mum. So it is equal and opposite at the moment in the UK, so no qualms there. Raab's new policy for the leadership campaign is that companies should not be allowed to make women redundant during and for 6 months after maternity leave, that men should be paid for 2-week paternity leave. The presence of a father is definitely good. However, I suppose I'm more of a traditionalist in this role, that the importance of a male role model of being dedicated, determined, strong-willed is reflected in the fact that he has a job, that you don't see him all the time, and you like the fact when he's there and he is hard-working, and you get that from him, that he's the disciplined, he's the encouraging disciplinarian. That's the archetype that Dr. John B. Peterson mentions. And then the mum is much more caring and nurturing than the dad. So I think that's fine, and obviously I'm more for taking the matter into your own hands to say, well, whoever wants to earn more money, that's fine. I don't care about paternity or maternity leave. Like, do your own thing and make the most of it. Because I'm sure that a company would rather have somebody who's been with them for years and has experience in the sector and in their industry, who's now away for a few weeks, maybe the limited work for a couple of months, than have to train up somebody else. So that's fine. Obviously, ideally, then make your own business. Oh, but Jess Phillips, the Labour MP for Birmingham Yardley. She gets around, doesn't she? You can take that however you want. Said she did not believe in Raab's new interest in women's rights. Well, I think it's human rights in terms of actually going for equality and not female empowerment, which is what feminism is, and it has been that way since the beginning. If you say, we want females to have the right to vote, cool, you get it 2 years after men have to go to war, you don't. It's superiority from day one. The first thing you want is superiority, and it hasn't changed. He has never ever before shown any interest towards advanced progress in women's rights, workplace rights, maternity rights, she said. What the hell? Please name me one right under the law the females have that men don't. I've never heard any mentioned. I can name you some in the reverse, as I just have. Then we've got for alimony, child custody, that the presumption is to go to the woman unless she can be proven to be crazy or unsuitable. Getting into nightclubs, that's another good one. And you can go through 48 privileges for women by Saga of It's about 2.5 minute video. If I can find it, I will leave it in the description. That's pretty good. And in fact, the second part response to that is how I found about Mike, and it's one of his best videos. So I'll leave the 2 response videos as well in the description because they're well worth checking out. And hopefully I'll eventually make something as good as that. So he's not just shown it, he has shown the opposite and called people like me obnoxious bigots for wanting to progress women's rights. No, he hasn't. He said obnoxious bigots for not realising how good women already have it and for wanting to denigrate men even more to bring women up. So it's superiority. A leopard doesn't change its spots. Oh good, I'm glad we know that you're a communist and will never change. And everybody in Westminster knows that Dominic does not have the women in the country's interests at heart. Oh, maybe he just has individuals' interests at heart. Maybe he doesn't care about what gender you are. What a revolutionary thought. A Marxist. Previously, Raab has described the Government Equalities Office, which leads work and policy relating to women's sexual orientation and transgender equality, as pointless and suggested it should be abolished. Yes, because they have every right that men do. What else do you want? Superiority. Great, well, I don't want you to, so fuck off. And in case you think it's unfair of me to say that to Jess Phillips, Labour MP for Birmingham Yardley, she said that she would run on a platform of socialism, but it's just a bit unrealistic. So, I don't care. If you're going to be that outright and abhorrent, then I'm going to call you out for it, as you should call me out for it as well. I will have respect for you until you prove to me that I shouldn't. But win it back by any means. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. That's the video. But on a side note, my girlfriend told me that she would say 10,000 subscribers is the point at which I could call myself a YouTuber. So hey, we're at 73 at the moment, so we're almost there, guys. Come on. I just need 9,927 more of you. Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's always great to be able to say these things, get it off my chest, and hopefully spread something worthwhile. So have a great evening, and I'll see you next time.